Alright guys, welcome to another segment of creating custom moldings out of regular 2x4s. Here I'm showing you guys, I already got my 2x4 ripped down. This is about 3/4 of an inch thick, and I'm looking to plane it down, give that profile like the one on the left. Right now I'm setting up my table saw. What you're going to need here guys is some special blades and tools here. Here I'm using a dado blade, and also to get the proper depth I'm using this crate spacer. I find this thing to be ideal to get the proper measurements in how much material you want to take off the 2x4. And as you can see here, it's nice and once you get it all finished, you got a nice and clean profile. So having this dado blade is ideal for your table saw. Dado blades are pretty expensive. Well, not that expensive, but pretty expensive. About a good quality one, about $80–90. But as you can see, it took down a reveal, and I'm leaving about 1.5 inches revealed on this stock here, and that's what I'm demonstrating here. So once I get my height of my dado blade, which is in this case 3/8 of an inch, will be taking off the material. Then I'm gonna have to then set up my fence. So pick up one of these spacers. I think they're ideal. They come in a set. I'll put a link down on below on what kind of how I got them, how much they cost. But these are ideal. They're time savers, and I definitely recommend them. And after I get my depth for my dado blade, then I move on to get the proper distance for my my fence. Now, setting up the fence is how much you want to go into the material and how much you want to leave. And again, I have about 1.5 revealed left. So setting up my fence, I end up using another specialized tool just to get it precise how I want it. And I'm using this, it's a computer measuring. I forget the name of what it's called. I'll put a link on it, or put a link comment on what exactly it's called, but this is precise. It's, so what I end up doing, I just butt it against my dado blade. Once the depth is measured out, extend it, put it at the edge, and that'll give me the proper spacing on the material that I want to take off the wood. So I hope that makes sense. Can't really go by the measurements on your table saw because those are always off. So if you want to be precise, get one of these measuring tools and use that, because that's going to give you a nice precise cut. All right, and I think once I get the space I'm looking for, I think it's about 1.5 inch thickness in it. And as you can see here, I'm demonstrating. And again, once I get it all dialed in, I'll double check it, I'll triple check it to make sure I got the proper distance for my fence and my dado blade. Again, very important to check twice, check 3 times before you cut. All right, because you don't want to waste material. And what I do, again, I'll just H it up just to get it to that precise cut. And that's pretty much all to it, guys. So let's continue on. I'll show you a little more what I'm doing with this piece of wood and how I'm ripping it. But it's important. You need a dado blade and you need precise tools. All right, guys. All right, now to show you how to do those custom ones with a regular 2x4. As you can see, I already planed it down to the thickness. This here is about a 3/4 of an inch thick. All right, so it's about 3/4 of an inch thick. I decided to go with. All right, that's a lot of material to take off for a 2x4. You can get something close to this, the regular pine one, but it's a little bit more expensive. All right, so what I'm gonna do, as I showed you before, about only the thickness or the reveal I'm leaving, or the material I'm leaving, is about 1.75 inches thick. So you can get one of these carbon forgot what they call these things. I have a brain fart for some reason today, but you get one of these devices, and it just set it in 3 1/4. And this is just a reference mark. I don't really need it that much. It's just a reference on which side I'm cutting. All right, and ideally, you just want to mark it down so you know, so it doesn't mix up. So when you bring it to the table, so you know what you're cutting. So I'm taking off this material here. All this material is coming off, and I put this material this side because I'm trying to get as many knots as possible out. So I'm gonna grind this down. And hopefully, it'll take most of this knot out. Take that knot out. Take that knot, the knot out that's here. So that's my rationale. Try to get the most cleanest side as possible. All right, as you can see, I took out most of this material already on this side. I'm working from outside in this time. Before, I was always working from inside out, but I find myself as I get closer to this end and I have to push it through, there's a tendency of me, depending on I'm putting pressure on the wood, of tilting it this way. So this is my last one, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go inside so it gives me more material as I press down. I'm not likelihood to rock the wood into the blade, causing a divot. So that's why I'm working from outside in to this line here. So I'm gonna take my fence, bring it over a little bit. Again, continue to take some of that material off. And what I'll do, I'll take about half of it, and the final pass, about 3 passes, the final pass, I'll butt right against that line to take out the finishing amount. Alright, and that should leave me enough material so I don't have to worry about rocking it. So I'm going to continue on with this. So this is this is a 2x4 that's been taken down. This is a dado blade, and you're going to take about 3 passes to do the whole 8-foot length. And once that's done, we'll take it to the next step, which is just pretty much sanding. Alright, so I'm going to continue on with this. I'll set this to a time lapse to see what you guys observe this, and we'll continue on. Alright, and of course, just like anything, be safe, guys, with your blades. Be comfortable around your machine. This is very dangerous. Watch your hands where you put it. I know sometimes it looks like my hands are, you know, around it, but of course I should have better push bars, but I don't, so I have to work what I have, which is my hands. I'm being very careful not to get too close to this blade. Alright, so let's continue on. Alright guys, here it is again. Here's how it looks. It's pretty rough. Not that rough. A little rough on the side, but that's where the sand is going to come handy to smooth this out. So that's my reveal. That's how it looks here. If you can see a few high spots and what have you, but not over concerning, because I'm going to sand those down. Again, once it's all sanded down, smooth out, it's good to go. Alright. As you can see, sometimes when you don't see knots, it reveals knots here, so I got a knot here and stuff, but again, I'm not really concerned about that because I'll be painting. I'll put some good primer on this to cover that up, and this whole thing's gonna be painted. So that's my that's how you get your little custom molding out of a 2x4. Alright, and that's it. So let me continue on. I got one more piece I have to do. I'm gonna knock that out real quick, and then I'm gonna do the sanding process. I'll go over what I'm doing as far as sanding and getting this done. I'll show you guys that too. And then once it's sanded, then I'm gonna go back and cut it to length. I already got my measurements already out. I'll cut it to length and get it up on the wall. Alright, so let's continue on.